Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode. So, today we're actually going to be talking about compliance. CRA has noticed an uptick in EFILE errors, and to combat that, they have implemented a new requirement to re enter your EFILE password twice to ensure that it matches and that you're not going to get any EFILE failures. So let's take a look in ProTax to see exactly how this works. Now, normally you're going to go into your tax settings every year, and when you get your new e-file password, you will enter it in this area. Here you'll notice there is a new field called re-enter password, and that is going to actually mirror what is in the password field. So if you haven't updated it this year, you're going to want to enter it twice. But if you have updated it, just go ahead and make sure that it is actually entered in correctly. You will get a little message popping up here. So for example, if I start typing something and it's not matching, notice underneath that field, it's going to tell me my passwords do not match. Okay. Now, if some of you are like me and we like to get a jump on our e-file renewals, you may have already updated it in your software, but as you're coming up to season, you may have forgotten, because I know I do all the time. Always go back to your tax settings and double check and make sure that your current password after January 31st has been updated in your tax settings. Now, T2 season is still ongoing, of course. A lot of companies are still off calendar cycle. What does that look like if I'm in a return and I haven't renewed? So one, anytime I try to click on e-file, whether I'm e-filing the return or if I'm using HyperDocs in this case, things like my T1135 or my T1134, I am not going to lose the work that I'm doing just to go in and update those tax settings. When I click on that e-file or return, notice on the left, I now have a section that shows me my e-file number and password, and that re-enter password is mirrored. So you can update it here, but a good practice, of course, is always to go back and update it in your tax settings to ensure that it's accurate, because it won't save here in your tax settings, okay? They're two independent flows, but this is exactly how it works right now. If you were doing this with one password, this flow is the exact same as what you have experienced before. The only change is that re-enter password field, okay? And so this is going to be really, really helpful. Again, just make sure that you're re-entering that password. And if you're using those HyperDocs, make sure it's already updated in your tax settings, because not all forms are going to end up with this I can't even speak anymore. Not all forms are going to be able to be updated with that little slide out drawer. So you want to make sure you're not going to get an e-file error. Best practice, as mentioned, is always go into that tax settings. Hopefully this has been helpful on the one change CRA has made so far. There will be other videos, so please make sure that you like and subscribe. Comment if this was helpful or anything else that you'd love to see, and we'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.